another segment of our Quilting 101 is to talk about borders. This was a quilt that I took a class and learned how to make this 4-patch kaleidoscope quilt block. So I had all my quilt blocks made, and then I needed to pull them together. So I actually bordered each square with the yellow, and then I used the green for the sashing and the blue for the cornerstones. Then I decided I would border or frame the whole quilt with yellow, blue, and then the feature fabric, which these blocks are all made from, and then my backing was a green, and that also formed my binding. So this, I just think this really added interest, and with the blue cornerstones, then this blue extra border framed it. So I really like that. But now I want to show you how, taking this same pattern, I found another quilt. A couple of summers ago, we were traveling and we stopped at a little quilt museum in Florida, and they had some of their quilts for sale. So I saw this quilt, and it's hand quilted, and it reminded me of it's the kaleidoscope 4-patch. So it's done in a different way, where there are 13 4-patch squares. It could be a 9-patch square, whatever. And then it's set together with a solid block. And then the border is framed with just a little white, then the green that is their set together block, and then it has additional border that is the fabric in the kaleidoscope square. So really like this, and I thought, well, you know, I think I'll buy that because it wasn't very expensive, and it will help me to remember that I want to make one like that. So the other day I was going to make a Christmas runner, and I had this fabric, and I thought, wait, that fabric reminds me of a good print to make a kaleidoscope quilt. So now for my quilt in progress. Here's the quilt that I've made. It's similar to the one that I bought at the little quilt museum. And so I have my square, my 5 squares by 5 squares, and I'm going to put a border on it. So I have the white border to frame it, really kind of set it off. And so the first thing I did is I measured the distance from here to here and all 4 sides. And then I measured the center part. And all of them came up to the same measurement of 31 inches. If they had not, I would have taken and averaged those numbers. So then this strip and the one on the other side is cut 31 inches. And then I made sure that I sewed them, matching, pinning them, clipping them together. Then the other border is a little bit longer to make up for 31 inches plus the borders on each side. After getting that done, that sort of that kept me from stretching the sides. It helped square up the quilt. So then my next border is a 2-inch strip of the red, and then that will be followed by about a 4-inch strip of the feature fabric. So in this quilt, I will have 3 borders, and I wore the tape measure to remind me to tell you about measuring. Everybody doesn't do that, but if you're kind of a perfectionist, that's one step that you would like to do. So I hope you've enjoyed our little lesson on borders.